been really great today in the studio. It's probably the thing I look forward to the most is finally reaching that part where you get to actually record the music. You have all your vision and the idea of what it's going to sound like, but when you actually get here, it's pretty exciting. And it's been a really good experience today. Really enjoyed working with Dan. He's a great producer, and I think he's been managing us all really well as well. Because you've got a load of different characters who all have strong ideas, but really excited about this song. And how it's going to come out, and can't wait to release it. The song is called Bizarre Blood. Basically, it's written from the perspective of bizarre blood, meaning what it would be like if a member of your family had a mental health issue, and that idea that does that run deeper, or whether it's something that is completely distinct from you, and how it actually makes your life quite differently in the way that you see the world. So this is the first song that we're recording, but we do have another 4 songs that we're going to be recording over the next few months. Probably batch into an EP. We're going to see how it goes. So that's happening this year, and they've also got some gigs lined up. The first one is at the end of April. It's quite exciting for us. All this time we've never really taken advantage of getting some merch done. We've got some new logos, so we've just trialled out some new merch, t-shirts and hoodies and things, so we're quite excited. We need to get some photos. I know we've got a member of the band actually wearing one of the t-shirts today, so doing a little promo. I know I let us down really. But yeah, that's quite exciting, and hopefully everyone likes it. We take our time, because ultimately at the end we want a really good product and something that we're really proud of. So sometimes it's hard, you get carried away and you just want to release the music and record it straight away, but these songs have sort of incubated. I like to incubate ideas over a period of time, and then we build up those ideas, and sometimes it's probably difficult because I go very much on emotion. So if something feels right and the sound feels right, I know it's okay. But maybe not always to be able to say, well, that's exactly this particular type of, key I want, or guitar sound. It kind of is like an evolution, and it's nice because it's a very collaborative process with the band. So we all bring our ideas in as well. So it's funny enough, Bizarre Blood, I originally wrote on a ukulele about 2 years ago, and it's sort of been sat there, and we've been tinkering with it, and it's built and built, obviously with the arrangement with the rest of the band, particularly Donn, sort of fashioning the song. And then there's 2 other songs that we're going to record. One is called Small Talk, and the other one called Transparent Skin, and they're actually the first ones I've written on a guitar. It sounds bizarre, Bizarre Blood, but the first ones I've written on a guitar, so they've got a quite different sound, I think. So I was, again, quite excited to hear how those are going to turn out too.
Yes, so Emma wrote the song 2 years ago on the ukulele. I remember when she showed it, I just thought it was absolutely brilliant. And when we sat down, she let me change the chords. So I would take her melody and I would write it out, and I would say, all right, well, let's change this to that and this to that. And the inspiration behind it, I came up with the riff that you hear at the beginning. Probably nicked it out somewhere unconsciously, or for that matter. And I was interested just to think that the fact we're a quartet, you're kind of limited. So I said to myself, well, if I could just have a static riff that changes as the chords are changing underneath, so like the bass player takes care of that, and it doesn't affect Emma's melody, because that's the thing that should never ever change. And after when we agreed on the chord progression together, and we found something that was great, John came in and did his magic, as he always does, and then Johnny came up with his rhythm on the bass. And when it came to the solo section, I find that my best ideas just come first take, and if you don't overthink it, I think I'm a firm believer that your first instinct is usually the right one. Whenever you write, your first instinct is the correct one. So I really try not to overthink it, and I always keep it simple, because I always like solos that you could sing in your head. So when you go to a concert, the audience almost wants to sing it in their head. And after that, it was just a very brilliant collaboration. Every time, it's always been a joy writing with everyone.